What's going on, y'all? You know I gotta hit y'all with a video every day, man. Trying to make sure I'm in the algorithm, bro. Um, what we gonna talk about today, bro? I gotta stop saying bro on my videos. What I wanna talk to y'all about today, man. Um, so look, check it out. One of my favorite quotes is he's a French philosopher by Rene Descartes, and it's cogito ergo sum. And that means I think, therefore I am. Growing up, man, I never realized how powerful the mind actually was, man, and how absorbing, absorbing, and taking in a lot of like negative thoughts um, really has an impact on your belief system and what you believe you're capable of. Um, and having a support network around you that you guys believe in one another and you guys share those positive vibes, man. That's really necessary. So those are things that growing up I didn't realize were really important. um the type of music you listen to, the things that you watch, subconsciously you absorb that information even when you're not paying attention. And I used to always think about, like, man, when they say you only control 10% of your brain, um, it always made me think more about the 90%. Like, so you telling me that if I can access more than 10% of my brain, my cerebral capacity, that I could potentially be one of the greatest to ever live, pretty much is what I gathered from it. So it made me ask a lot of questions, right? And then that's when I landed on the power of the subconscious mind. So I think, therefore I am. There's another quote by Confucius, and it says something like, he who says he can and he who says he can't are both usually right. So a lot of those great renowned men back in the day, they really believed that you're only as strong as you believe you are. Um, you know, and that's why a lot of people was very protective of the things that they listened to, the company that they kept, and what they absorbed. So, clearly we can't control what is being put out there, but we can control what we listen to, what we allow our kids to listen to and pay attention to. Um, because your belief system is going to be closely linked to what you're capable of. So just something for y'all to think about, man. Um, those two quotes is something that I have up on my wall, and it reminds me, um, basically, to not listen to or take in a bunch of trash all the time. So I've learned to try to absorb something positive each day. Naturally, we are very pessimistic thinkers, meaning that it's easy to think about why we can't do something. Um, you thinking about starting a business, automatically you kind of shift to why it's going to be hard to do it. Oh, I don't have the money, or I don't quite know what to do or how to start. So it's very easy to be pessimistic. Naturally we're pessimistic thinkers. It takes a lot of work to be positive thinkers and have a positive mindset, and um, try to always think about the positive and tell yourself that you can do what you set out to do. My son's alarm is going off. I don't know why he has an alarm set at 10:30. Like he should have been asleep 2 hours ago. Maybe he trying to like set his alarm because he feels like we gonna be asleep before or during the time that he's supposed to be asleep, and the alarm is supposed to wake him up so he can get up at 10:30 when everybody else sleep. But yeah, man, just wanted to hop on here and chat with y'all. And, I guess the takeaway from this video, definitely, man, find you some quotes, that you can take with you and, utilize as reminders, to what's important to you. Definitely, I'm one of those people who feel as if the mind controls the reality. I think your mental and what you believe you can do and can't do is basically truth. When you believe you can't do something, then you can't do it. It's simple. So how do you strengthen the mind enough to, have that belief in yourself that you can accomplish those goals? And, don't be afraid to fail, man. Don't be afraid to fail. They say Thomas Edison failed at creating a light bulb, over 1,000 times before he got it right, so even geniuses fail, and I want to say one of his quotes was that he didn't fail, or it was like something along the lines of he didn't fail. He just found 1,000 ways not to do something. You know what I'm saying? So, and I kind of took from that perspective, because in reality, each attempt, he couldn't create the light bulb, with all of those attempts, so we can look at that as failure, but he kept going. He was very confident in his abilities, and he set out to do something, and he believed that he could do it, and he did it, and we have light bulbs everywhere. So even some of the most famous inventors, they failed. They tried something that didn't work the first time, and they had to keep going and had to continue taking a crack at it. So with some of those things that you think about, also understand that you may not do it right the first time, and you got to do it a second time and a third time, and that's all right, man. I think sometimes when people try something and they don't do it the first time, they feel like it's not for them. So then they move on to something else. Oh, God just doesn't, it's just not meant for me to do this. And it ain't necessarily that. God could be, putting you through that so that you can learn everything that you need to know to perfect what it is that you're trying to do. So just something to think about, man. I know I'm rambling a lot, but I told myself that each day I would hop on here, man, and give y'all a video. Like I said, I'm trying to be in the algorithm in some form, some way. So those two quotes, man. I Think Therefore I Am by Rene Descartes, and what was the other one? He who says he can and he who says he can't are both usually right. That was a quote by Confucius. And yeah, man, Thomas Edison, over 1,000 times, to create the light bulb, man. So he didn't do it on the first try. And a lot of us are not going to do it on the first try, but that doesn't mean that you give up. So, man, y'all keep going. Stay strong, man. And, yeah, I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.